news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha!
Please don't. Don't mess with me on TV.
Every week we got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the
Yo, what's up? Mr. Marlin, I saw you called me. I'm streaming right now, Mr. Marlin. Okay, I'll send it to you. Let me send it to you. What's going on, everybody? We back. Mr. Marlin calling me. I think I saw something. I'll get back to you, Mr. Marlin. Appreciate you, though. We got NCAAs. I've been watching NCAAs. I'm going to be watching it. We're not going to stream too long today. We got Mr. Renzo Gracie in trouble. We got Dune. You guys know I like the movie Dune. What else we got? We got a little bit of stuff. Mostly NCAAs. Sumo's going down. Some other stuff happening too. Currently working, trying to finish another video for my main channel. Yeah, we busy. That's basically it. Hope everybody's doing well. And we'll get into it, man. You know I'm watching that NCAAs. I can't let you guys watch NCAAs with me, though. They don't allow that. Who wrestling right now? B. Brown versus M. Leslie. Okay. Where he from? American? He from American? Let's go American. You know I'm rooting for American University. And Morgan State. NCAA basketball. Nobody's watching this live stream today. Maybe I shouldn't even stream this weekend. It's too much. It's too crowded right now. NCAA basketball, wrestling. Is judo doing? I don't think judo's doing anything. This is a terrible time. It's a good time if you're a sports fan, though. But we got a couple stories. We'll try to get to them. I'm trying to watch wrestling, to be honest, and I cannot watch it on here because that copyright, bro. ESPN, NCAA, they don't play. They don't play, man. They'll take me out of here. I'm more afraid of NCAA than the Gracies. The NCAA got money and lawyers. They'll take me out of here. So we'll get right into it, man. And I'm popping. If you see me looking down, looking around, I'm looking at NCAAs. Honestly, I could probably put that on my phone. I might watch that on my phone. Sorry, I'm gaming the system. I'm gaming the live stream system over here. I'll be engaged with you guys too, though. Where's my link at? Give me 1 second. I'm looking for my link. Oh, I got it. All right. If you see me looking down, that means I'm looking at NCAA. I can't make my screen bigger. Oh no. Well, it's fine. Alrighty, we back. They said the NFL draft is that today? And there's NBA today and NFL draft daily. Maybe it's not the draft, it's something else. Either way, we are back. No focus, but we're back. What's up, Chef and Toast? He got the roach with them. We got what it's like owning a gym. So you guys, I don't think you guys know Tony from Tony's Chocolate. You guys don't know Tony from Tony Chocolate, but I always send him these kind of memes and stuff, these little videos. Yeah, you guys be leaving all your water? Yeah, you guys do be leaving all that water. Yep, that's you guys. You're leaving water, your clothes, your underwear, shoes, your tumblers, your Stanleys, your Yetis. You guys be leaving all that stuff. I don't deal with that anymore, but we used to have a gym in Europe, and people would leave their shaker bottles. And I don't know what was in there, but one day we were cleaning up or moving or something, and we were like, bro, toss all this crap. People will leave shaker bottles with full of protein in there. And you know what that smelled like? Huh? You know what that smelled like? It smelled terrible. Bro, my eyes are terrible. I can't. Oh, there we go. We got W. Henson versus J. Tag from, where is he from? I've left so many nice shakers and water bottles. Yeah. You guys leave that stinky stuff at the gym. People be leaving socks. Using up all the toilet paper. Using up all the paper towels. We got to get Tony on here so he can complain one day. I'm watching NCAAs while you guys over there. What else people be leaving? Underwear, belts, gi tops, rash guards. Yeah, you guys leave everything. Some of you guys know Balea. He hasn't been on the live stream for a minute. Maybe we got him in trouble, but he's usually on here. If you want to, you know when we say plead the fifth, that comes from Balea. He's over here with Ted, the world famous Ted. Let's listen to what he's got to say. Now, it's going to be in Portuguese, but just bear with it.
Ensinar meu primeiro raspagem de meia guarda.
Eu, Fernando Tererê.
2001 na conta. Tu lembra? Muito tempo
atrás, isso aí.
Ponte Velha de novo.
Bom te ver também.
Sempre bom falar contigo.
Muito bom.
Eu tô muito feliz com a encontro.
Eu também.
Finalmente.
Eu também.
Nossa. Quem ensinar meu primeiro raspagem de meia guarda?
Eu, Fernando Tererê.
He's the first one to show him a sweep.
2001 na conta. Tu lembra?
First guy to pass my guard.
Muito tempo atrás. Isso
something
aí.
like that. Either the first person to show me a sweep or the first person to pass my guard. Shout out to Ted. I pray to God that I can get out there and train with Ted one day. I do want to do that. Some of you guys don't know who Ted is. I've done a couple videos on Ted on my main channel, so I'll leave that for you. That's my contribution to Ted. First guy showed me a half guard sweep. Yeah, that's what I heard. Hodgepodge. Yeah, I think it's first sweep. Yeah, we're in Brazil. I believe Rio. Chef and Toast said he coming. Now look at that acai. That ain't no $20 acai, but that's the good acai right there. The dark purple. Now, if your acai looking pink, it's mixed with something. And if it's really light colored, that ain't real acai.
Processed foods, even though you stopped. See, they know there's a shift in the sentiment out here, and everybody's looking for high protein options.
So now this is what they're doing. They're putting protein on the outside of the labels of all of these high processed.
You guys buy that protein on there. It's the same. It's the same crap.
The sugar content in all of this stuff.
Sarah, what's up, Sarah? Yeah, they be cutting out acai up.
After the other.
That'd be
Just
blueberry,
stick to
dragon
whole food
fruit,
protein sources, and stay away from all of this garbage right here. Let me tell you how they're tricking you to buy.
That's how we should trick you guys into training. Protein. There's protein in the jiu-jitsu. There's acai in the jiu-jitsu. I bet if you guys got some free acai at, you know how Costco do the cheap hot dog. I believe if you guys had some, if you got free acai or cheap acai at your gym, you'd be there all the time. Chef and Toast says stick with the protein paste. Well, that's the AOJ way. With the protein paste. Subway sells their subs as protein packs now. Aw. Protein delivery systems. Protein product. Protein like product. I could easily get kidnapped if someone was offering free acai bowls. Yeah. That might be how you get students in the door. You give them $1 acai, take the loss on the acai, have a little bar, maybe $2 acai. Have that in there. People coming in. What you need is people hanging out at the gym. You know what? Let's go train too. I'm watching this. Who's fighting over? Oh, same guys. Cisco. There's the Cisco, the software, and there's Cisco, the food
Cisco
company.
is a big supplier of desserts, but also they're a big supplier of something else, appetizers. So just to demonstrate the appetizer side, I got spinach and artichoke dip from Applebee's and Chili's. This is what they look like up close. Now they do their own garnishing, so this one has like extra Parmesan up top, and this one does like some sort of breadcrumbs on it. But if we dig a little bit deeper, all this is reheated spinach and artichoke dip from Cisco. So here's what they look like. The viscosity is gonna be a bit different because maybe Applebee's decides to put more oil in it or something. So again, they can make it their own, but at the end of the day, this is just supplied by Cisco, as are mozzarella sticks at your favorite chains, buffalo wings, and a whole slew of appetizers that most people think that it's just heated up in the microwave, but don't think that it's the same exact food being heated up in other microwaves from other restaurant chains. I think what's also hilarious is I was actually on the website Cisco looking for like large tortilla chips, and this exact bag with the exact chips that in this case come from Chili's were presented on there. So anybody can just buy and set up like a Chili's in their house, for instance, just using like the Cisco items. But it's not just Cisco. There's also a brand called US Foods, which is second in the world in terms of food distribution to restaurants. They're not as big as Cisco, but if a restaurant's not having a Cisco truck pull up every 2-3 days, they probably have a US Foods one, and it's the same exact thing. And just to prove it with taste, at least to some degree, Cisco is a big supplier of desserts, but also they're a big supplier.
So yeah, we're basically all eating the same stuff. I just found this out. It says longtime Sopranos lore. This was Oscar winner Michael B. Jordan's acting debut. He was right there. Is that him? In The Sopranos. Says this scene from The Sopranos takes place during a flashback to Tony's childhood. He had some brothers chasing him. No wonder he didn't like black people. I need to rewatch The Sopranos. So flashback to Tony's childhood, showing a young Tony walking down the street while a group of neighborhood kids, the black guys, approaches behind. This moment helps illustrate the environment Tony grew up in and the kind of street dynamics that shaped him long before he became the boss audiences know later in the series. What longtime fans eventually notice is that one of the boys in the group is a very young Michael B. Jordan, appearing years before he became a major Hollywood. He wasn't no star till, when was Michael B. Jordan a star? I guess the Creed was when he definitely was a star, but I remember he did, The Wire, and he did that little that movie where he had superpowers. Who remembers that movie like that? So that's pretty interesting. I thought that was interesting there. You got Mr. Renzo Gracie. He live in UK. He got the UK hat on. The what is that called? Bowler cap? What is that hat called? It's the old person cap. What's that cap called? The old person's cap. Fruitville Station. Yeah, Fruitville. I still haven't seen Fruitville. Now I've been on the BART system. Is that where Fruitville happened, on the BART? BART Fruitville. Okay. I've been on the BART system, but Uh-oh. He's in the health clinic. He worked with the health clinic now. That means he on TRT. That means he's on TRT. We do have Timothy Chalamet. How do you say? I don't know how to say his goddamn name. I do like Dune, so that's why we got him on the thumbnail right there. And it says, "Why were computers banned in Dune?" Y'all go back and watch 2 Marcelo versus Hodger matches. So good. Yeah, we done seen everything, bro. Come on. They had 2 matches in the gi. 2004 and what? 2000 something. Man, you know how much jiu-jitsu matches I watch? I'm pretty sure I watch more jiu-jitsu than everybody. I think.
Still negative, my lord.
Why did humanity ban all computers and artificial intelligence in the Dune universe? I've read all 23 Dune books, so you don't have to. 10,000 years before Paul Atreides was born, humanity fought the most devastating war in its history, the Butlerian Jihad. And here's what most people get wrong. It wasn't the machines that enslaved humanity. It was the people who controlled them. Men and women who used thinking machines to manage entire populations, deciding who worked, who ate, who lived, and who died. On the planet Richese, scientists had spent centuries using computers to alter the emotional and intellectual characteristics of the population itself. When rebels finally saw what had been done, they couldn't even believe it. The Reverend Mother says it directly to Paul in the original novel. Once men turned their thinking over to machines in the hope this would set them free, but that only permitted other men with machines to enslave them. And that's the real horror. Not that machines became conscious and turned on us, that humans used machines to turn on each other. The jihad lasted nearly 100 years. Thousands of separate armies, more like pirate fleets than organized militaries, tore across the galaxy, fueled by equal parts fanaticism and greed. When it was over, they made it a religious commandment. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of a human mind. But banning computers created a vacuum, and the factions that filled it built the most powerful monopolies in human history. Mentats became the only ones who could process complex data. The Bene Gesserit became the only ones who could read truth from lies. The Spacing Guild became the only ones who could navigate between the stars. Every one of these groups owed their existence to the ban, and none of them would ever let it be lifted. Humanity banned AI out of horror at what men did with machines, but they kept it banned because the people who replaced those machines would never willingly give up that power. Comment part 2 if you want to know what the thinking machines actually looked like.
Still negative.
I haven't read the Dune books. You know, I like the movies, but I haven't read the Dune books. But I feel like the books go over people's heads from what I've seen. What's up, Dusty? Dusty, we're not gonna attack you today, Dusty. We're looking at some Dune content right now. I was watching NCAA's, but you know I cannot play. Can't play that on the live stream. They'll take me out of here. Let me see if I can find the video I was looking for. Where's part 2 at? The first 4 books are good, but yeah. Nerd. Sorry, Dusty. See, look what Chef and Toast brought out of me. I was supposed to be nice. What was the thing I was looking for? This guy is obsessed with Dune. That's too many Dune videos, bro. That's too many Dune. Look how many videos he just made. That's too many videos. This guy beat you, Chef and Toast. He got you beat, bro. Let me just click on one more. Okay, that's what we saw. Ooh, I like this one. Is Paul Atreides actually the villain? I don't know if Dusty likes Dune. He might not like that kind of stuff.
Is Paul Atreides actually the villain of Dune? I've read all 23 Dune books, so you don't have to. I know what you're thinking. Paul is the hero. He avenges his father. He rides the sandworm. He defeats the Emperor. The movies frame him as a chosen one, and he is. But Frank Herbert didn't write a simple hero's journey. He wrote a warning. And once you understand what Paul actually does, after the credits roll, you'll never see him the same way again. Paul sees the future. That's his gift. But here's the thing that most people miss. He sees the jihad coming before he ever takes the throne. He knows that if he leads the Fremen, they will launch a holy war across the universe in his name. He calls it his terrible purpose. He tries to find a path around it. He fails, and he takes the throne anyway. The Fremen jihad lasts for 12 years. Paul's own accounting of what his followers did in his name, 61 billion people killed, 90 planets sterilized, 500 more completely demoralized, the followers of 40 religions wiped out. That's not a liberation. That's a genocide carried out by people who believe their leader is a god. And Paul let it happen. He didn't lead the armies himself. He stayed on Arrakis, consolidated power, built the largest palace in human history, and let the Fremen spend their centuries of rage on the rest of the universe. He manipulated them. He cultivated his own legend. He allowed a religion to form around him, knowing that it would be used to justify slaughter. And the worst part, he knew that a better path existed. His own son later proved that Paul saw the golden path, the one future that could actually save humanity, and refused to walk it because the personal cost was simply too high. Paul chose the comfortable route. He chose to be worshipped instead of doing what needed to be done. Frank Herbert said it himself. Dune was a cautionary tale about charismatic leaders. Paul isn't the hero. He's the example of why you should never follow one. So here's my question. When you watch the movies, are you rooting for Paul, or are you watching the villain's origin story? Damn. Tell me in the comments.
That was good. That was actually pretty good. Is there a part 2? Let me see this part 2, and then that'll be it for me for this part here.
Is Paul Atreides actually the villain of Dune? I've read all 23 Dune books, so you don't have to.
That's the same thing. Let me play one more. That was interesting though. Yeah, he is crazy for sure. Dusty, listen, when Dusty started pulling them cards, you're gonna see Dusty post nothing but cards soon. Was there anything else I cared about from Dune? It's going to be a good movie, bro. Okay, that's all I want to see from Dune. It's going to be a good movie, man. It's going to be a good movie. Who's wrestling right now? Composto from Penn. Oh, University of Penn. University of Penn kid just won. Okay. I'm watching NCAAs, but I can't play that over here. Yeah, Dusty, I know your dad doing some sports betting. I know Pop's got some sports betting going on. Buchecha's got he got his Shoyorogi. Man, I don't know about these kind of Shoyorogis, man. That's the old Shoyorogi too. He got this nerd. I wish you guys could meet Dusty, because he does. That's what Dusty sound like. Dusty be. Now let me stop. I'm trying to be good today. So Buchecha got his gi framed over here. Now I don't think you can pay me enough money to wear this gi. Maybe Dusty can wear it. What size is that? That looks pretty big. Oh, they painted on that? Nah, you ruined the gi. Why you ruined that gi like that? He over here painting on the gi. Who else is painting on that gi? Is that some artist or something? He says, a one-of-one piece by my friend. It was incredible to witness the process and see it come to life. Art, like jiu-jitsu, is built through patience and expression. Grateful for this piece. Thank you, my friend. Let me tag Rich Homie Quan in this. I gotta tag Quan in this, see what he think. I can't tag him. Oh, here he is. Anytime I see a Shoyoro gi, I gotta tag him. It looks like the gi got ruined, but that's just me. I usually like to just wear my gis. Okay, I mean, he likes that style, I guess. I don't know. His pants way bigger than his gi top. How your pants bigger than your gi top? My man bottom heavy, bro. He bottom heavy. Look how big the gi pants are compared to the gi top. Aren't they supposed to be similar? No? I guess not. I guess most people aren't. I don't know how most people built. We got AOJ. They say tying and sweeping with a scissor sweep from collar and sleeve guard and applying leg weave. Pato using lapel to secure upper body control, and Andy turning a Kimura trap into a knee slide pass. They got these boys working over here. They got these boys working. So they kind of make them drill, but kind of light. And notice how the hierarchy. Notice the hierarchy of the students. You got Tynan at top, Pato number 2, and Andy on the bottom. So look at the hierarchy of the students over here. Is Andy happy over there? Let me see. Well, he's making money. Look at him. He's getting that good money. Look at Andy. He got to wear all AOJ stuff now. He just look like he's just doing his job now. Dang. he just doing his job over there. That came with the Atos, the AOJ. When you sign up with AOJ, you get your black uniform, your black t-shirts, your black hat, and your black pants and white shoes, and then you get the espresso machine. That's what they give you. That's the housewarming present. Well, shout out to him, man. I thought he was going to go to Danaher's, but I guess honestly, he probably should have moved somewhere else. But that's just what I think. You know, I could be wrong. I think he would have done good at Danaher's. They don't have anybody his weight class. Taza's a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think he would have done well in Austin, Texas, maybe. We got Lucas Bird over here. You guys know Lucas Bird. He won NCAA's last year, but he's been kind of rough. Dorian's smaller. They both smaller. Oh, thank you, bro. Dustin, why you give me money, bro? What was I about to say? Dorian's smaller. Andy could do 77 or 88. Or, in between. John, I don't know. Who cares? Andy way bigger than Dorian.
National champion at 133 pounds, Lucas Bird of Illinois. Final ride for you, Lucas.
Literally.
Last opportunity here in Ohio.
Yeah.
You're from Ohio. What's it like getting ready for this tournament?
It's fun. I've wrestled in Cleveland. I feel like most of my high school career. We were always around. It was a great time. Been in the Ed's room a bunch. It was always a blast just kind of being in the area. So a little nostalgia.
You've had so much success in your career. Multiple-time All-American, Big Ten
Van Ness is
champion,
up.
national champion. The Big Ten tournament, a little bit of a setback for you. I'm always curious, Lucas, to see how guys come back, getting tough, getting gritty. What is the main mission for you in coming back?
Look to score points, don't force anything, just letting it fly and having fun.
133 pounds at this tournament. You're the savvy veteran. A lot of really young, talented guys at the weight class. How do you assess this weight class?
One match at a time. If you overlook anybody, I remember last year,
first
round when I wrestled the kid from Cal Baptist, and it was a very close, dicey match, but you can't overlook anybody. You just got to take it one match at a time and just keep looking to score points and progressing through.
Division I program.
What are the biggest differences between Lucas Bird
Appreciate
today
you, brother.
and that when you came to Illinois?
7 years. Just a lot more experience, a lot more
Lucas Bird, almost
vibe
30 years
of,
old.
how I need to get my body in tune, get my mind ready to compete, and what I need to do to make sure that I'm at my
Lucas
best.
Bird, almost as old as
that
me.
morning.
Scoring points, tough in the top position. You're always good with the mat returns. You don't give anything. Where does that mentality come from?
133.
Jeremy Hunter. He's got to be
class
stingy
are
as
they?
hell. You gotta make these people fight for every point, because you never know like what that guy's breaking point is. Picking him up 3-4 times, that fourth time could be the time that they just don't want to get back up.
You got another
149 up
chapter
right
to
now.
write, but up to this point, what are you most proud of in wrestling in that Illinois singlet?
That's a hard one. I'd have to say, and it's got like maybe a little cliche, but like the memories along the way,
The memories, the friends we
freshman,
made.
sophomore, All-American, getting fifth, losing to
friends we
Jesse, going
made.
through a medical red
Friendship.
shirt, like kind of doing everything. Like I took all the years that I could and that I was given, but just the memories that I've created along the way with everybody. I appreciate everybody that's been there to support me, and looking to let it fly this weekend and having some fun.
Always fun to watch you wrestle, Lucas. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Here with the reigning national champion at 130.
Lucas better win, because if he don't win, he might lose his girlfriend, his tall girlfriend. We got some California people over here, so I've never been to Erewhon, but I can't afford to go there. We can't afford, the live stream can't afford to go over there.
Smoothies here, $150 for 6 smoothies.
Yeah, we can't go
As someone who hates everything, let's
Can't
see
afford
how you
that.
rate them. This is the Gabriella.
We can't
Cat's Eye
afford
smoothie,
one.
a girl band that's really popular.
We can't
They have
afford
their
one
own
smoothie over there.
Okay, Gabrielle Cat Scan, that's a band.
Gabriella Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye. Stan Manal, strawberry tastes nice. I give it a
31,
and
yeah.
a half.
You know what Barbies are?
Yeah, of course I know Barbie.
So this is
Shout
their
out to
own
my
smoothie.
homie Steve.
Everything's just pretty.
Sarah said she ain't going there either.
Yeah, very easy drinking. You don't think about it,
How much
swing
is
your
that
hair
smoothie?
left and right.
I can't
and
afford
just
it
say,
anyway.
hey, you know what, I'm pretty. I give it an 8. Hey, Bobby.
Do you know who Hailey Bieber is?
No. Haley Bieber? Bieber?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber's wife?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not Bieber, the Bieber.
Got that Aldi money. Yo,
He's Canadian,
Aldi,
he's
Lidl.
all right, he's Bieber.
Shout out to my Germans, man. My Germans, they know how to do a grocery store.
So this is vanilla matcha.
Matcha culture, right, son?
That was good.
This is sweet. I would give him a 6.
This is the turmeric
Yeah,
crush
you don't like
smoothie.
It tastes really earthy.
Yeah.
Actually, I really like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you would like
You
this
love
one.
Aldi?
It's kind of gross.
This one? No, this one
I
is
mean,
really
it's
good.
still
I like
Whole
the
Foods,
little bit
but-
of sharpness from the
Honestly, I
ginger
put
and the rating.
Costco.
I would
Costco
give it
number
a
1 though.
Last but not
Costco,
least, the one that's
Aldi up
scaring
there.
you. You know what
Aldi,
causes
Lidl.
spoilers?
Somebody got high.
Loose spirulina.
Loose spirulina. I never heard that before. Where does it come from?
Bikini Bottom.
Huh?
You know,
Bikini
Publix
Bottom.
Publix
Like
will
the
come
area
through
in the
too.
ocean.
Oh, is it?
Like
Mr.
a
Marlon, what's up?
Oh, is it?
That
oh,
is
a
3
trench.
blocks from me.
Like
That's where
vibrant
Mr.
sea
Marlin
life,
be.
Squids.
Oh, no
crabs.
problem, Mr. Marlin.
pretty
We
cool.
always got your
I
back
closed
over
my
here,
eyes
Mr.
and I
Marlin.
taste that. I said, what the hell is that? And I opened my eyes. It's like, oh my God, what the is that?
All right, so we have all the Erewhon smoothies here.
What's that?
$150.
Mr. Marlin be drinking them smoothies. Mr. Marlin, tell me how them smoothies taste, because I'll probably never get one. Mr. Marlin, that's what he be drinking after his for post workout. You got the HEB? Oh yeah, I want to go to one of those. We got H Mart. We don't have HEB though. You guys got different stuff over there. They got good food, affordable housing, and big roaches. Why are you guys so obsessed with roaches, man? I blame Sarah. She brought the roach talk over here. They ain't got no roaches in California. I like that HEB though. Man, Sarah brought all this talk of roaches. Who wrestling right now? I can't see. Mr. Marlon, we watching NCAA. I'm watching NCAA's trying to stream. I'm watching NCAA and trying to stream and everything. Their governor's cockroach. Well, I can't help that.
Here is an
it says preventing CTE. We need that. We got a lot of our MMA homies that they need that.
insight from Usyk's team that absolutely blew my mind. With the help of their sports scientist Jakob Hitzke, they have a mouthguard with an accelerometer that measures the quantity and the intensity of the blows that they get to the head. So based on this data, they are constantly making adjustments to his training to preserve his brain health. And I mean, this is just next level analytics and taking control of things. There is nothing that I love more than seeing fighters being health conscious, thinking in terms of longevity, working obsessively on defense, outmaneuvering, taking as little damage as possible, they deserve it. And the majority of your prize money should be spent on having a team like this so that you can take control of these things. Here is an insight from Usyk's team that absolute.
Yeah, I'm hoping more research goes into CTE and, well, prevention. I'm not sure what you can do once the brain gets damaged to that degree. It says... is on a whole other level skill-wise, such a great boxer. Okay. It says, me just trying to vibe. Look, that could be Sarah. If she trained harder, she can get her purple belt, or at least blue belt. It says satanic PDF files, Gordon, the Blast, Death Hoax, World War III, UFC sucks, Otto scandal. And it's only March. By the time we get to December, we be tired. When we hit December, that's when I start taking more breaks. I'd be exhausted. By the time I hit December, when I hit December, that's it, man. I'm like, all right, guys, see you in a couple weeks. I take my vacation in December. We got Nina. What's her handle? Nina something. I can't remember. Nina Marie. Nina something. I can't remember. I don't know why her husband let her hang around these other men like this. I just have to go to Otto's. Zurich, 6 years ran through.
One of the best lightweights in the world, uncomfortable.
Your husband likes to watch. That's like PG rated, man. Man, I don't know, man. It says play wrestling 101. Some of you guys, we used to have flow rolling in jiu-jitsu, but you guys can't flow roll. You guys don't know what flow rolling is anymore. So, it's hard to explain, but it's like you're not trying to win, you're just trying to move and explore. So, kind of what ecological sells you on without you guys pay get them belts. You guys pay for someone to tell you to play games. They don't even teach you. What you paying them for? You got somebody paying you. You paying someone to teach you how to play games.
Shout out and have a Jimmy, hold it.
Shout out to the homies. Hope they still in the running. I'm looking at who's in here. Is that Morgan State? That's not Morgan State, is it? Yeah, Morgan State. Shout out to Morgan State over here. He going against Iowa though. Ooh, he down by 2. Zargo versus Lemire. Okay. It's tough, man. Just making it to the tournament's hard. I think NCAA is tougher than Black Belt Worlds. It has to be. Just the sheer number of contestants, it's hard. It's hard to beat everybody. I think it is harder than Black Belt Worlds. I mean, I guess it would be size-wise, it's more similar to like a blue belt division. But skill-wise, it's almost like ADCC, but if ADCC had 100 people per division, which is kind of what they do.
Look at this cunt here. He heard it's an aphrodisiac. He's like, holy shit. Like, what's one turtle cost? He's like, my dick hasn't worked since 1976. I was saying he heard it's an aphrodisiac. Count the turtles, bro. Make sure all the turtles are here. Look at this cunt here. He heard it's an aphrodisiac.
Don't eat the turtles, everybody. Train Angry, Train Angry got exposed by Gordon. Homie got exposed by Gordon. But anyway, he says, is Nicky Rod injured? I like that song. Now, I'm not going to look at that. I'll let you guys look at that. Come on, Morgan State. Come on, Morgan State. I can't watch that. Is it over? Okay. Yeah. Don't show it again. Says he canceled his seminar because of it. I had noticed his leg bend like that during the match. Hopefully no damage. It sure didn't seem like his usual style. Left leg looked like he not putting weight on it even before the takedown shown here. Is Nicky Rod injured? Well, he's got money. He'll be okay. Slow down Daft Punk. Yeah, is that slow down Daft Punk? Yeah, I guess it is slow down Daft Punk. We got Miss Helena. I don't think Dusty knows who LL Snap is. They be going at it in real life. What's up, Helena? She says she got her seminars. Okay, she making money. All right, Helena. Look at this girl. Make that money, girl. Oh, super fights and seminars. All right, she doing it. All right, Dusty, go make that money, brother. You gonna get some cards, bro? Dusty be working hard to make that money, and then he go buy some cards. Dusty, go get some cards. Okay, my homie from Morgan State got 2 to 3. Okay. Go pull some cards. Go rip some cards, Dusty. What's up, Helena? What's up? See, we're nice to Helena. See, I ain't say nothing bad. We got Mr. Paulo Miel looking ripped over here. Paulo, why you ripped, bro? Aren't you retired? Okay, he chilling. He trying to make his comeback too. Is that Hebe Mar? Oh, he's doing some striking too. He want to do the UFC. Everybody trying to get to UFC. Paulo, you just chill out. Don't you have a school to run? His hands too low. Everybody want to go to UFC. Everybody trying to get to UFC. They ain't about that life though. All right, my homie from Morgan State. I think he might be done for in a little bit. Look, didn't I just say everybody want to go to UFC? Standout Damian Anderson of Simpleton MMA, eager for UFC call after grappling master plan. Everybody trying to go to UFC. The thing is, you be in a rush to go to the UFC just to get screwed over. You want to rush, you're going to get that UFC contract, get screwed over, and then you're like, man, everybody looks good in these kind of, not feeder divisions, in these like, what's the lower tier divisions. Everybody looks good. Muhammad Ali looked amazing. Our jiu-jitsu Muhammad Ali. He looked amazing in amateur and some of these smaller venues, smaller events. UFC match, knocked out. First UFC match, knocked out. Canuto looks good, 4-0. First UFC match, gonna be tested. All these guys, when they hit that UFC, they're gonna. Everybody's good at the UFC now.
That's an awesome company.
Yeah, it really is, man. We had lost the ability to manufacture in America, and the corporations just lied. They would literally say, we can't make this in America. We can't do that. This is America. Are you telling me we can't make things in America? Mm-hmm. This is how we won wars. This is how we won World War II. We made stuff in America. So don't tell me we can't make a pair of jeans in America. We're going to continue to grow. It's hard. It's very hard. Especially because we're so strict about American made. You got to get the cotton. Where's the cotton coming from? Where's
literally everything?
Literally
in
everything.
Product.
The zipper, the boots, these rivets, everything that with the sole, everything, the thread is 100% made in America. This is what we should be doing. This is how we rebuild our country. This is how we rebuild America.
Shout out to Jocko. I don't know, man. We got the Japanese girl with the kicking that we like over here. Now, I can't play this music too much. Hey. Whoa. I'll give it to her. That kick is nice. I like that kick, Sarah. Sarah said she can't cook, though. She can cook some Japanese food. I like that little kick, Sarah. She can kick me anytime. Sarah, okay, I'll pause myself. Dang, my homie from Morgan State got taken out. All right, he says, I have an Origin gi. I like it. Best gi I've had, honestly. So expensive, but it held up. Yeah, I never had their gis. Rice and broccoli. Hey, that's all I need. Now, she might kick me if I do the wrong thing. It says 3-time NAIA champion and 2025 senior world team member. I can't say her name. Adalgo. Nawachuku. I can't say her name. I can't even say her name. We're probably from the same country somehow. She signs with McKendree University. Shout out to her. We got Helena with her homegirl, Anna Mayerdamo. Bro, these girls got some legs on them. Respectfully. She does. Look, Sarah, those legs are thick. Those are thick legs. That's for guard playing. Those are thick legs, respectfully. Helena, let me leave Helena alone. Look, Helena, I'm being good, Helena. We got Afro Man wins verdict in lawsuit filed by Ohio officers over music videos. Helena got yeah, don't say that. Helena, Chef and Toe said you 29 years old and got 3 kids. Back home in Eastern Europe. That's what he said. I didn't say that, Helena. I would never say that. I believe we do have an Afro Man video. Don't we have Afro Man somewhere? Let me see if I can find this Afro Man. Where Afro Man at? I don't got him. I got it somewhere. Where the hell? Let me look for Afro Man. I got him somewhere. I hope nothing pops up. That's not supposed to pop up. Let me make sure. Sometimes things pop up. Oh, here we go.
A jury has sided with the rapper Afro Man in the civil lawsuit filed against him by Adams County deputies. WCPO 90's reporter Jay Shakur is live outside the courthouse tonight. This verdict, Jay, was read right about 30 minutes ago, and you spoke to Afro Man as he was leaving. What's his reaction?
That's right. Afro Man had a very emotional reaction. The jury, as you mentioned, siding with the rapper Afro Man, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, in this case. Here's video from inside the courtroom as this case went on. During closing arguments, the attorney representing the deputies in this case claimed Afro Man intentionally lied about and defamed the deputies in his songs, but Afro Man's attorneys maintained throughout this trial it is his right to say what he wants to say. This goes back to 2022 when Afro Man's home was raided following search warrants related to possession, trafficking in drugs, and kidnapping. Though he was never charged, the attorneys for the deputies suing say Afro Man used security video from the raid on his home and put it in a music video using deputies' likeness without permission. Again, this jury in Adams County finding he did not defame those deputies. Here's Afro Man speaking directly after that verdict.
I didn't win. America won. America still has freedom of speech. It's still for the people, by the people.
Afro Man becoming emotional there as he says this fight was bigger than him. It was about free speech and what he describes as corruption in this sheriff's department. I spoke to one supporter who came all the way from Dallas. I have more on that and more reaction from the rapper tonight at 11. In Adams County, Jay Shakur, WCPO 9 News.
All right. Shout out to him, man. Where is this at?
Are you a jiu-jitsu school owner?
We'll come back to that later. All right, he got out. He got off the case. PJ Duke over here for why they set up my Morgan State guys? I guess their seating was low. Dang, all my Morgan State guys got to fight PSU guys. That ain't fair. Why are you putting Morgan State? Why are you sacrificing Morgan State? I guess it's the ranking. Dang, they done put all my Morgan State guys. If you guys don't know, Morgan State's HBCU. They done put all my Morgan State guys against Penn State guys. No, get out of there. No, leave him alone, PJ Duke. Get off of him. Get off of him, PJ Duke. Dang it. It's hard to be, they get that good seed. It's hard. Well, pause on me, but they get the good seeding for the tournament. Oh, don't let them hold your head down like that, bro. Come on, bro. Don't let PJ do you like that, bro. Dang. We got top 10 men's light feather, which we call rooster, light rooster, or light feather. That's what it's called. What is I can't remember the Portuguese. What's the word for light feather? I can't remember. A Dago woman is in Army. Oh, she's in Army? Oh, okay. Why doesn't she represent the Army, though? I guess they don't have a team or something. I don't know. Diego Pato, number 1. Diogo Hayes, number 2. Harrison and Gabriel. Get Harrison off of there. Get Harrison out of that list. He don't belong on there. Gustavo Ogawa. Okay, I don't know if I agree with that one either. Leonardo Murillo, Malachi Edmond, Anderson Duarte, Shoya Ishiguro. Okay, I like that one. Yeah, Kevin Carrasco. Kleber Souza. Kleber Souza is way better than some of these guys. Malachi should be up higher. Harrison should be off of that list, or number 10 or 11. I don't agree with that. We got the Iowa State women's program. What's up, ladies?
This is the first ever NCAA championship for women's wrestling. It's a part of history regardless whether I win or lose. So I just need to go out there and have as much fun as I can. I knew absolutely everyone was going to love me regardless of the outcome. And so having that in the back of my mind,
PJ Duke, no, PJ Duke.
A factor to it. I was like, I know who I train with every single day.
Pinned my homie.
I'm capable of. So at this point, I just need to let loose
PJ
myself
why you doing like that?
And just let the wrestling speak for itself. But to me, this means the entire world. It's something that I get to share with my entire team. It's something I get to share with my university. It's something I get to share with my family and my friends. I've gone my entire career being able to be part of big historic events, and this is just probably the biggest one I've ever been a part of, and I don't know. I feel unreal. I feel ecstatic, and honestly, I don't know if this is a dream and I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and wrestle again. My thought process going through this match is just, this is...
Yo, the ladies taking over wrestling. I'm sorry, they taking over wrestling. They taking over. So this is what I'm watching right now. We have session 1, which is today, 12-3, I believe. This is the first round. Session 2 will be tonight, 7 p.m. We won't be streaming. We'll be training. Session 3, Friday, 12 p.m. We'll be training, but I should be back in time. Oh, shoot. I might have to skip my workout. Maybe if I skip my workout on Friday, maybe I can come to that. We'll see. And Friday evening, we might watch. Actually, we might watch that. That's going to be the semifinals and blood rounds. And Saturday, you got the medal rounds and then finals on Saturday night. So we're going to be watching some. Well, we can't watch it on the stream, but I can watch it. Yo, everybody getting teched over here. Harvard just got a not a tech, pin. Harvard's got a wrestling program? I forgot they did. Oh, they're part of the Ivy League league. Ivy League has their own team, their own kind of conference. Harvard, Penn, University of Penn. Is Brown on there? Whatever the other Ivy League schools are. Princeton?
I'm attempting to do something no one's done before. Explain the rules of that warm-up game you've seen Oklahoma State use in video after video, but no one fully understands. It's called Jungle Ball, except it's not even really called that anymore because they made up a new version of it.
The original Jungle Ball that was played got evolved because the skill and athleticism got way too high on the mat, so now we got teams. It's WTF Ball, and this is the serious part of Oklahoma State. This is life right here. Ball is life.
This new version involves 2 lines of play.
All my wrestlers love to play games.
You might be thinking these are teams. Wrong. Only an idiot would think that. Just kidding, that's exactly what I assumed at first. Instead, there are multiple teams of 2, and each duo lines up across from each other. The first duo each touches the ball, and then the game is underway. It's an elimination game, so one duo is eliminated every round until the last 2 people stand as the winners. But how do you get eliminated? Good question. There are multiple ways. First, you can't hit the ball
Wrestlers
downward.
love
You have to hit it
games.
at an upward angle. If you fail at this,
They
your
like
team is
ecological.
eliminated. The next way is by hitting it
Actually,
out of
they don't like
bounds.
ecological.
This is a
They just
flexible
like
rule
regular
and it
games.
changes from location to location. Here in the Brecksville Wrestling Room, they chose a line on either side of the room and made those the boundaries. If you hit the ball outside of the boundaries,
Yeah, but they only
that's
like
out.
games.
Also,
They don't
if you hit
like.
the ball
They
into
don't
the
do
ceiling,
wrestling games. They
that's
do
out.
games.
And lastly, if the ball bounces on the ground twice before you or your teammate touch it, you're eliminated. No one actually explained the rules to me. These are just my
I know these are
observational
college
guesses,
kids,
but I
right?
think
They
I
like-
got it nailed
They
down.
can't wait to play games. They've been training so much wrestling. They can't wait to play games. Yeah. Shout out to my wrestlers. They love their games, man. They all have been wrestling. Once you've been wrestling for about 20 years, almost 20 years, they're like, let's play some games. Singlets, butt drags, and ball play. All right, calm down. You sound like Josiah now. It says top NCAA wrestling program spending for financial year 2025. We got Penn State number 1 in spending at $7.8 million. I'm not sure where that money goes towards. Where's that? Can I get some of that money? I bet you these jiu-jitsu schools ain't making $7.8 million. Oklahoma State number 2 at $5 million. Iowa number 3, $4 million. Ohio State number 4, $3.1 million. Nebraska number 5, $3 million. 3.06. Rutgers, shout out to Rutgers. That's my school. It's not my real school, but that's my adopted school, Rutgers. Number 6 at $3.15 million. All right. Dang, Rutgers, you spent that much money? Where that money go? Gambling or something? Where that money went? Rutgers, where that money went? Number 7, Virginia Tech, $3 million, $3.011 million. Isn't that where Bo Bassett is supposed to be going? Bo Bassett going to take all that money. They're going to have to raise more money for Bo Bassett. Michigan number 8 at $2.9 million. Iowa State at number 9 at 2.6, and Arizona State 2.66. All right. Dang. And it's crazy because these other programs is probably losing money. Some of these programs, I bet you they make $500,000, like $500,000 is what they got. Some of these smaller programs, and how are you supposed to compete with the school? Your program spending is $500,000. How are you supposed to compete with Penn State with $7.8 million? How are you supposed to compete? So when you see these teams winning all the time, think about how much more money and resources they have. So it's not really fair anymore, and I think that's why these other schools, will let their wrestling program go, because they're like, man, I'm not gonna pay $2.6 million for this program. We're gonna put that to the basketball program or the football program. I was behind where you said she can kick you anytime. Oh, dang, bro. Hey, listen. I stand by what I said. Somebody says Rutgers sold. Some of this is through, sales of tickets and stuff like that, You got to remember, wrestling is really popular in these states. Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, Iowa, Nebraska, New Jersey. Yeah. Wrestling is very popular in those states. Now, you go to other states, you go to Georgia, Florida. It's hard to beat football. People live and die of football. Texas actually got some good wrestlers. That's where Bo Nickel's from. And what's the homie? Jason Off lives in Texas. But even in Texas, they rather play football. Mitchell missing break. 18-4. Oh no, he over here stunting on this guy. He just flipped it. He just grabbed and twisted his leg.
The hot dog price will not change as long as I'm around.
Man.
Amazing quality, amazing value.
I kind of want to go to Costco now.
$1.50 well spent.
Are you going to have another one at your next building you go to?
Absolutely.
One take wonder.
I can do whatever you want. You want to do anything more?
No, you're good.
I get a hot dog.
He said, "I'm eating my food." Shout out to Costco. That 150. That 150 gets you good. You feel satiated after that hot dog and your drink. You gonna feel satiated. We got my homie. I don't know if he's still in the running. Morgan State. Hopefully he's still. He's from American University. I hope he's still in the running. He over here playing games too with his homies.
I was expecting to feel a little starstruck, but like we've been working me and Max these past 4 years, E-Man for the past 3, and I feel like everything we've been doing is just, it's paid off, and we're here for a reason, and I just want to thank God for giving us this opportunity. I'm just so thankful and blessed, so it's not really like a starstruck feeling, just more of like we deserve to be here like just as much as everyone else. This year has been a lot of ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster, but I feel like I've been pretty consistent. I feel like my offense and my defense have been developing a lot as well. The coaches have helped me a lot with so many tweaks, little things. And that's all it really takes, man. The little things really makes a big difference. As much as you don't see it in the short term, the long term it really pays off. It doesn't feel real right now, but when I start competing and do whatever happens, I don't really care too much about the result. Like, I'm going to do my best and, wrestle my best as I have been this entire year. But just go day by day, see what happens. And if I make something cool happen, then they'll make something cool happen. I'm trying to make history here at AU. We haven't had an All-American 2016, so we're trying to have 3 when we leave.
And we're definitely getting to that point where we're switching from feeling good, tapering down our training into war mode. Every battle out there is going to be 7 minutes of hell, 7 minutes of fighting, and that's what we train all this time for. As someone who's been at this tournament before, I know what the lights are like, I know what the stadium pulse feels like, and I'm just excited to get out there and show the country, show people on TV what I've been working for the past 5 years and what I'm able to do in this awesome bracket. Successful weekend's getting on that podium as high up it as I can. Been training for a long time. There's no one I can't beat. There's no one that's stronger than me in my upper body attacks, and I'm ready to get what's mine.
Just ready to get what's mine. Get on the podium. Joey always told me that, I deserve to be here, that, that I should be here. With the coach's faith, the more and more I've been here, the more that I actually believe that I should be here.
He 285.
I do enjoy wrestling. I just love to compete. I like every weekend when we have open tournaments or big tournaments like the Scuffle here. Competition for me is just fun. I'd love to be an NCAA champion, but podium's still a good status as well.
He said, let me get on the podium. I don't care.
I will be very happy.
And then the Penn State kids be like, I'm getting on that podium is mine. The podium is mine. Baby, I'm a fire. We got Mr. Gabriel Souza. You guys might know Gabriel Souza. He should never let Owen Jones tap him out. But you might know him because he used to date Fionn. Shout out to that man. That's his biggest achievement. At all. 352, what's that called? Hip thrust? That's pretty good for his weight class. Somehow he pulled Fionn. I don't know how he did that. Maybe she was in the Fionn, you gonna have to explain that one to the live stream, Fionn. How did he pull you? I guess every girl slip up every now and again. Every girl slip up, right, Sarah? Oh man, I hope she don't watch this show. No, never mind. She need to explain that one. She needed. We got the 2026 no-gi pans confirmed. When is this? I might try to go. It is October. Where the hell is it? It is October 2nd through 4th, and it will be in Secaucus. I know Secaucus. Secaucus, as Eugene will say. That's in New York. That's in New Jersey. I think that's the same place, right? Yeah, Secaucus, New Jersey. Oh, shoot. Okay, can I do that one? We'll see. Nope. Nope, for what? She said girls don't slip up? No, yes, they do. Watch this. Watch Tynan over here and try to make sense of what he's doing. Fion's the one thrusting. How do you explain that situation then, Sarah? She must have slipped up. How do you explain that situation with Gabriel Souza and Fion? She slipped up. That's a slip up. Intro Taylor. 6-2, he good. Now watch this, man. This not legal right here. Them grips, that's not a legal grip, bro. How you holding his pants like that? He's like, man, that's not a human being. That's not a human being right there. He's like, man, what the heck was that? He's like, what the heck was that? That wasn't no human. That's not a human grip strength, though. I train grip strength. There's no way I could hold on that long, that easily. We got 4-time MVP Ajaya. I can't say her name. I'm gonna call her Ajaya. Aja. There we go. Aja. I can't say her name. Aja Wilson sets the record for $1.4 million Supermax deal with Las Vegas. Shout out to this sister. All right, look at the girls getting paid more. All right.
Anything you learned maybe from last year's tournament that you're taking into this year?
Just enjoying it. There's just so much that goes into preparation for the national tournament. But once the national tournament's over, you're just getting ready for the next tournament, you know? And I think as a competitor, you understand that. And I think one thing I probably look back on my competitive career is things go by so fast. You're always so driven. You're looking for the next thing, and you look back and did you really enjoy the actual moments that you're in? You know, because they go quick. So I think you enjoy those 3 days, the time you get to spend with the athletes, the ups and the downs. You know, like there's things that happen that you think about all off season. You wish, man, I wish this could have happened a little bit different. But then equally as much, there's some amazing things that you think about on the other side of it. So it just enjoying that time with these guys. It's special, you know, to be able to be on the road with them, to be able to spend time with them, to be working out with them, to be helping them, just seeing them make the adjustments within the tournament. I think that's probably what I look back and enjoyed last year the most, and what I look forward to in this tournament and in every tournament, you know. But just helping these guys, like this is setting them up for success, and you know, this job is it's a pretty awesome thing to be able to help these kids.
Asia, how's that spelled? How is that pronounced Asia? Nah, I'm changing her name to the way it's spelled. You can't have your name spelled that. How is that Asia? Asia. Oh, actually, the apostrophe. What the apostrophe? The apostrophe S. Asia. I said Aja. Asia. Okay, who knows? Now, if she wants to sponsor the live stream, I'll say it right. It says how Latinas look at you when you start dating. So some of you guys like Latinas. Some of you guys are Latino. And Trail Taylor. All right, get it, bro. 16-4. He getting warmed up. All right, brother. That's you guys, not me. Oh no. 3 months into dating. Oh no. That's how she gonna look at me when I ask her to make some food for me. Can you make me some chicken and broccoli? No, I'm not. You make it yourself. Oh no, I'm getting yelled at. How do I look like getting yelled at in my own house? I gotta leave that to my married guys. I can't be getting yelled at in the house. Sarah said that's me when that's how they gonna look at me when I try to make the skinny girls cook. The skinny girls with no elbow fat try to cook. They're gonna be upset. It says when she says take me somewhere expensive. All right, let's see. Oh no, I can't afford that.
Only 91. Oh, up to 91. Sure. So where you from?
Okay, I can't afford that. We're going to Costco. You like Costco hot dogs? That's all I can afford right now. That's all the live stream can afford. The Costco hot dog. Maybe we might have to split that. We're gonna have to split that hot dog. Hey yo, get a knife and cut that in half. Okay, there you go. Can we get 2 cups? Can I get another cup for free? We're gonna have to split that. The way the live stream is, we're gonna have to split that hot dog. Cut that hot dog in half. We had to cut that out. Oh, that's sad. Oh. Money's a little tight over here. Can we cut that hot dog in half? You know what? This isn't gonna work. Yeah, I don't think girls are gonna share that hot dog with me. Oh no. Sarah having a good time over there. I'm just moving around. Look who's happy over here. Look who's happy over here. She need to pay for the hot dog. Yeah. Oh man. Look at this happy couple over here. Now, man, listen, I support everybody being happy, y'all. I support it. Her girlfriend's hot. No surprises over here. Oh, never mind. I take back what I said. Oh, she is good. Yes, sir. She said yes. Oh my God. So, Jasmine Hosha's the man in the relationship? How does that work over there? I don't know. Whatever. These girls always got hot girlfriends. These girls always got hot girlfriends. Do whatever you guys want to do, man. Now, you know, Josiah, that's what Josiah wants. But that ain't ever going to happen for Josiah. That's fun. I mean, I don't care. They can do whatever they want, Sarah. As long as they happy and they not messing with nobody. Now, LL Snap, thank God LL Snap on vacation. He probably would say something. Most of your favorite jiu-jitsu girls got a girlfriend. Actually, all your favorite jiu-jitsu girls got girlfriends. All these girls got girlfriends. 90 Day Fiance. Nah, she American Brazilian. We got Mr. Mark Coleman in Brazil. Look at him. Yo, yeah, he did. He said, "You are evil." What did he say? I forget what he said. Something about being evil or something like that. Something like that. I don't remember. He did say that. That's true. That is true. He did say that. We got RBY. You guys know I like RBY. He over here chilling. He started his own wrestling club. All right, RBY. Yo, it's in Arizona. All right, shout out to him, man. I thought he was going back to Penn State. I guess he's starting his own wrestling club. You might need somebody to run that. Maybe his family's going to run it. I don't know. We got Marcelo showing some techniques.
All right, guys. I'm about to shoot one of my instructions, and I want everybody has a little bit of idea what we're being work on. And imagine like somebody has your back from De La Riva guard. He has the back from the De La Riva guard, and he already have like all the leg inside, and I'm not able to go back inside. He already buckled my
Marcelo, how about you do
an
instructional on how to beat Lachlan Giles?
On the same side, like this.
We want to see how to beat
strong grip
Lachlan
on the
Giles.
very same side of my arm, and I'll be able to lock him in. And I want to make sure also that this foot is not bothering me. I don't want to make sure this foot is not kicking me or stopping. So I have one hand free just to manage of this. To this point over here, if he's holding my arm, I can just stay over here and manage a way to pass his guard from him. Like for example,
Marcelo, we might get Bolo if we do
as
that.
much as weight I can.
I think we're going to get Baron Bolo.
And now we're going to try step on this leg and pull this leg out to try to get the pass.
Well, it's not bad.
But stay over here is not always an option because I'm planning to stay over here.
These guys don't go to school. Where do you think they learn English?
But if you let go of this arm and start to looking for my belt, for me, that's a good time to kind of like a dive with a good underhook pass over here.
Marcelo, I don't know if that's
And
going to
the
work.
underhook pass has to be like a reverse underhook pass.
We're going to get Bolo. Now we're going to fall into the octopus guard, Marcelo.
And I'm making like a strong grip on his back.
Marcelo, you got us an
octopus
octopus
guard. And I'm going to
guard.
be leaning back against his arm. And the reason why, can you turn it?
Ain't this your old pass?
And the reason why is because like a lot of people today has a very good octopus guard over here. But I feel confident and strong that I have a good pass from here too. So once I make a grip on
If you're
his
Marcelo,
back,
you can pass.
this grip is low.
Most people can't
it's
pass
very
there.
low, but I want to be able to lean back. And once I lean back, I want to be able to climb this grip. I want to be able to lean back. I want to be able to climb his grip. Even if you make the grip on my back over here to be able to come out, I want to be able to kind of lean really heavy over here until I put this arm very heavy against his head. And what I'm using is the weight of my shoulder, of my back, against his arm. I'm not going to make that very easy for him, so I'm putting a lot of weight over there. But I cannot lose my weight on the ground. Most of my weight is on my butt, on my legs over here, so that stays on the ground. And some of my weight from my upper body is going to be on top of this arm over here. And then with the weight on top of this arm over here, I'm going to push this until his hand kind of almost giving up my back grip over there. And then from here, I'm going to start to scoop my hip back. And with this foot, I'm going to kick
want Marcelo to do some newer stuff.
and get
I'm
my
sorry.
leg out.
I hate to
I
say
have
it
no
like
head control. If I have no head control, I have to go to the north-south position.
I want Marcelo
So,
to do newer stuff.
The north-south position usually is going to be my belly.
I know
on
he's
top
trying
of
to
his head.
counter octopus
Make sure
guard,
like my
but
head stays on the
I don't
center
know,
of his
man.
belly. I don't want to put my head outside over here and maybe get like a bug choke or anything like this. So I want to make sure my head stays in the center of his belly over here, so I can get the guard pass. You can even pull one extra if you want. This is just like some of the options that I've been working to show on my.
I kind of want something newer. That stuff can work, but man, people, Marcelo can do that. But when you guys try that, you're gonna get octopus guarded. They're gonna chair sit to your back. And you know it's so hard to even backstep. I wouldn't backstep in De La Riva. Marcelo can, but the skill, the people are so skilled nowadays. You backstep, they're gonna off balance you. And you just not. I wouldn't assume you're gonna have that much space. And most people don't have balance, Marcelo. Most people can't balance. Most of you guys watching the live stream ain't got no balance. I don't think Sarah, you got good balance. I don't know if Sarah got good balance. We do have a lot of Latinos over here.
So you don't want to.
It says point of view. You finally got a crazy Puerto Rican girl that'll crash out at any moment. Don't that sound like Danny Chopper? Danny Chopper be ready to crash out too. You know he Puerto Rican.
Answer me, right? All right. Tato, let me recline the seat all the way back. So when we kidnap you and we put you in the seat, you real comfortable. Cause right now you real comfortable not answering me. Block me on any phone you want. I got 3 of these bitches. I got 10 more at the house, baby. I'm on my way.
No.
So you don't want to answer me, right?
Oh,
Tato,
no.
let me recline the seat all the way back. So when we kidnap you and we put you in the seat, you real comfortable. Cause right now you real comfortable not answering me. Block me on any phone you want. I got 3 of these bitches. I got 10 more at the house, baby.
She said, block me. I don't care. Has anybody seen this?
The
Kale
cookies.
What
were
are
hot
these?
commodity. I mean, they weren't easy to get. So
Says the most protein snacks are loaded with junk. Kel's cookies are engineered from scratch by Olympic gold medalists. What the hell does Kel Sanderson know about cookies? He ain't answering because she don't know how to cook. She need to be able to cook that mofongo. What does Kel Sanderson know about cookies?
Check.
How much they cost? How many come in the pack?
Soft, chewy, chocolatey.
Pretty good cookies. Pretty good. Put on there. Those all the other protein cookies.
Yeah.
It's way better than like.
That is good. I'm not even just saying that, dude. That is actually pretty fire. All right. What do you?
I kind of want to try it now. I want to try the Kel's cookie.
Like,
Give me some different flavors though.
1 to 10, probably 10, 10.5.
I would give it 9 out of 10. It doesn't have.
I didn't get it.
Oh.
We're gonna need another taste of that.
How much these cookies cost? Chef and Toast said he want one. Chef and Toast said, get me 2. How much these cookies cost? I feel like we the only people that be looking up cost of stuff. Nobody else look up the cost of stuff. They just, okay. They doing a sale, Champ 15 for 15% off. We can't afford any cookies from the live stream though. What the heck? Wait a second. He got macadamia nut and chocolate chip. Okay. We can't afford that now, but maybe in the future. It looks okay. Now, I can go to Aldi's or Lidl. They probably got the 79 cents, the 99-cent cookie. I don't really need protein in my 350 calories. They got some more flavors coming out too. All right, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it. Is it 1 cookie in there? How many cookies in there? 6 cookies. Okay. Wait, whoa. Ain't that like $4 a cookie? You still bring a calculator to the store? Wait, them cookies expensive. Don't they know we're in a recession? And a war? It's about 4.16. $4 a cookie. I can't afford that. When I gotta split the Costco hot dog with the girls, I can't afford the $4 cookie. How much is that Costco cookie? Now I'll take that Costco cookie. That hot Costco cookie. Don't let it get cold though. That hot Costco cookie. That hot Costco cookie is good. Now don't look at the calories. That hot Costco cookie. You know what cookie I'm talking about. You know what cookie I'm talking about, you people. All the money went into marketing and website, not the cookie itself. I can eat a cheap bakery cookie and hard-boiled egg and after. Yeah, he got the same amount of protein. Cheaper and easier. Coach Kell, he needed. I want to test it out though. When we get some money from the live stream, we'll buy some and test it out. We got Mr. Kokorian. What you doing? Danny Chopper, what's up? You missed the Puerto Rican part of the episode. Kokorian says, this sport can get really dark sometimes. Yes, sir. In a lot of ways, I think the thing that I'm most proud of is the fact that I've never let it take my smile away from me. Oh, my goal is to set an example that helps make people feel valued, empowered, and happy. It doesn't really fit in this somewhat toxic social media age. I would argue jiu-jitsu's toxic, that we live in. But I do think it will pay off when I open an academy someday. The people who step into my gym will notice the difference. I want to change the culture of jiu-jitsu, even if it's just one small step at a time. Look at this. That's positive right there. I love this sport more than anything, but I'm ready for things to change. He go to try. Said, nah, she bring her calculator. Said, I feel like Sarah got the calculator. You know the calculator with the paper? Had the printer on the calculator. I feel like she got one of those. I'm still watching NCAAs. Who's still in it? Lehigh's been doing pretty good. Okay, Virginia Tech still fighting. All right. We got Mr. What's that guy's name again? I can't remember. Michigan wrestling coach giving precious advice. What's that guy? I can't remember his name now. He said, I'm fake for that. I can't find the Puerto Rican flag. Oh. I don't have. She got the TI-83. She said no, she got the 89. And you know what? Once you buy that calculator, you never use it again.
Get your breath. These are the moments. These are the moments. These are the moments where you got to recheck, rethink, be clear, and lock in on just wrestling. Relax, breathe, and wrestle. Relax, breathe, and wrestle. You'll have those moments, right? Those moments where you're a little fuzzy, a little fatigued a little bit, but we got to be clear. Relax, breathe, and wrestle. Stick to your fundamentals. Stick to your principles. Control tie-ups. React. Look for your scores. Get your breath. These are the moments.
Was there anything? I skipped some stuff, but that's fine. We skipped some stuff. We do have Renzo Gracie. I might end it after that. Oh, let me play this real fast. It says, why most jiu-jitsu gym owners are broke. Let's listen to this real fast.
About 50 students, under 100, or you're just a little over 100 students.
What is that guy? I remember his name.
You still have to work a second job. You're teaching all the classes. You work long shifts.
Not Kevin Jackson.
And you're still broke, right? So I've been there too. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 mistakes that I've done that kept me broke.
Yeah, Kevin Jackson.
I'm going to give you solutions to these mistakes, so you don't have
Olympic
to go
gold medalist from '92.
Implement them right away.
Oh yeah,
my
Kevin
name is
Jackson.
Fernando
I couldn't remember his name.
I'm a second-degree black belt.
You also fight mixed martial arts.
I've also owned my school for several years. I've been teaching since 2012. And the first mistake that I've done was charge too.
Oh no, this guy at Gracie University, motherfucker. Oh, sorry. Uh-oh. Excuse my language. Okay, I thought he would look familiar. Yeah, Kevin Jackson, yeah. Did he fight UFC? What did he fight in? He went to LSU. I think we talked about this, but all these programs, LSU, Georgia, all these big schools used to have wrestling D1 programs. They got rid of them though. Yeah, shout out to him. This guy's a Gracie University dude, so we're gonna listen to him, but you know, don't really listen to him too deeply.
Too cheap, way too cheap, undercutting everyone. Might seem like a good.
Tony, you watching this, Tony?
Maybe a good opportunity to do it. The problem is you're gonna have a hard time paying your bills if you're charging too cheap. Let's just say you're charging $100 a month, and you got 200 students. You're getting about $20,000 of revenue gross per month. Sounds good, right? But if you check the recent prices on rent, it's high. Insurance, cleaning supplies. You might have to pay for some coaches if you're not the only one teaching classes as well. Bank fees. the EFT fees, you're going to have to pay for that. This is all money. So before you know it, you might have to be 20,000 just to break even, yet still have to, work at another job. So charge the right amount. What we do for our unlimited, you're almost at $300 per month. That might be like, whoa, Hernando, that's a lot. Well, we make tweaks too. And in our private group, if you click the link below, we talk more in detail of how we do our price structure so that everyone wins. So that if the mom that is single, mom can't afford little Jimmy's membership, we do have some $120
little Jimmy
per month. But if they want to train all day, every day, then yeah, you're looking at almost $300 a month. So
yeah, that night defense will get you. See, that's Sarah. That's how Sarah be training.
You're worth it.
The self-defense ain't terrible. It ain't terrible. It's better than nothing.
Getting paid as much as a doctor, a lawyer, an attorney. So charge the right price. Number 2 is we teach too many classes.
I don't trust the way this guy talking.
We run ourselves too thin, and then we end up teaching classes to 2 or 3.
He sounds like he's trying to hypnotize you.
Maybe 4, maybe even 6.
I
that
need
might
something.
Be a little harsh.
I need something
guys,
to
but
look over here. He looked like he hypnotized you with his voice.
A class of 30 students, 40 students on a 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, Thursday. Then a new class
God dang.
That's just the reality.
It works. Selling out work. Tony, you watching this, Tony?
Private.
Tony, you need to sell out. Tony.
Semi-private training.
Tony, you need to sell out and start selling chocolate.
Lower payroll, less burnout, especially if you're teaching all the classes, because I've been there before too as well. Too many classes. Start cutting some of those classes and get some breather room.
You don't look like you roll.
Mental health. I've done it. You can do it.
He don't look like you even
Number 3,
roll.
There's no retention strategies, especially if you're teaching no-gi.
They wear their
belts
with their no-gi.
And how you
Tony, start making people wear their belts for no-gi.
Too. You might give someone a blue belt because they.
I'm gonna wear my belt for no-gi class.
For our no-gi students, they do wear a belt. They want to wear their belt. They've worked really hard. Yeah, I understand all the stuff going on right now. Gordon Ryan and all these guys, they don't wear belts. I understand. But if you want to keep a successful school, we do it.
He look like
Have
he
your
can't beat
students wear their
a
belts.
visitor.
Not only that,
He look like he can't handle a visitor.
I'll give them their stripes.
He look like he got to run. He got to duck for the visitor.
Very important
from out of town.
To have retention strategies in place. Another one is when they get their second stripe on their white belt, we offer them a free private lesson, 30 minutes.
Oh wow!
So one
Tony,
of my
you should offer
instructors, and he's my student,
Tony ain't got no energy to offer no more private lessons.
Privates when they hit their second degree, I still pay them, and yet he gives them a free private. And guess what happens? They upgrade. They have such a good experience on that private class. They actually enroll for more private lessons.
That's kind of interesting. Tony, you listening to this? Tony,
retention strategies in place.
Matt's like, is that? Is he talking to you?
We send them emails too. Okay. They have a card too to keep progression.
Sarah
right?
said the Kool-Aid.
The reality is they're just
who said the Kool-Aid? Well, I don't know. He is not blinking.
Showing up to class.
This man is not blinking. He has not blinked.
They have to earn that. It's no big
He has
deal.
not blinked.
It's a stripe. Just give them the stripe. They've earned it. Mistake
well,
number 4.
When you hypnotize someone, you got to keep eye contact.
Now,
don't you know that?
I come from a competition background. We really don't teach competition
is that New Breed?
anymore. We teach self-defense.
Oh, whoa.
What we did is
whoa. What did he say? What do you think about the belts in no-gi? I'm gonna try to wear mine next no-gi class and see what anybody says. We'll see if Tony yells at me. Well, they're from a lucha libre background, so they have a different thought process. Now, Gracie, I'm not sure why this Gracie gym owner guy is wearing their gi. Well, you got to upgrade people. How are you gonna charge people? You got to charge people to wear their belt. You can't give stripes in no-gi, so you got to have people wear their belt so you can give them stripes and charge them. Why you don't like his talk? Because he not blinking. He ain't blinking. He sound like he trying to hypnotize you, Sarah.
Now,
Sarah fall for that too. I feel like Sarah fall for that.
We don't teach competition anymore. We teach self-defense.
Yeah, they do
so
self-defense now.
What we did is I wanted to compete, and I wanted to learn no-gi, and I wanted to learn leg locks. I wanted to learn wrestling.
Everybody sees $300.
I started learning all that stuff too. My students. And you know what?
Yeah, but that's a cult.
And they started giving me a hard time, which is great. I actually love this training. But what I found
Sarah already
is
fell for it. Yeah,
it starts to fester this competition mindset.
Competition is
now
evil.
They're fighting each other.
Fighting is evil. Not to say we're doing a
that's gonna
martial art.
push out all the beginners out, right?
That might
And
be a little
those are the ones that need it the most. The athlete doesn't need jujitsu. The big and strong guys don't need jujitsu. The kids do.
We
The
need to
older
train
people
jujitsu
do.
too.
The women need jujitsu. We live in a crazy
Man, that man
day
got
and
his
age
classes
that
packed though.
The competitors don't need jujitsu. We've only made the tough guys even tougher, right? They can still
That
learn
might be a little
jujitsu, right? But we cannot cater our culture.
Oh, Chef and
fast.
Toast. Andre
We need
coming
to
after you.
cater a safe
Pause on
culture,
me.
a family environment. With a lot of the sexual allegations going on right now, we need to really watch our culture right now.
That doesn't
and
mean
pick
kick
out the
everybody out
ones
of
that
jiu-jitsu,
make
but,
the
you know.
women uncomfortable. Same thing with the kids. There's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. We need to protect these kids.
The Gracie's not
for your
immune to that either.
students. So make sure you clean up that culture because that will.
Weren't
kill
the
your
Gracies?
program.
Didn't the Gracie
If you
brothers
found
have some
value
issues?
in this
Issues
content,
not too long
and it's
ago,
kinda
last
challenged
year or
you
two
a
ago.
little bit, I would love for you to join our free school community.
Don't join
it's
that.
free.
Join us, Sarah. Join us, Sarah. Sarah, okay. Sarah. I feel like Sarah will fall into a cult pretty easily. She's already in the bonnet cult. She already fell into the bonnet cult. Weren't the Gracie brothers in trouble? Let me look that up. What was the most recent one? Evandro Nunes. Wasn't he? It was. They've been in a lot of trouble. It said former employee Evandro Nunes. I think he wasn't the most legit person to listen to. Alleged that Henner and Hiron Gracie engaged in inappropriate behavior, including pressuring him into a polyamorous relationship, humiliation, rituals, and manipulative belt tests. That's why you have to wear your belt in nogi so they can manipulate you. Ecological bonnet gang for the win. We need a shirt with that on it. I'm writing that down. I'll be writing things down. We're gonna have Sarah in her bonnet by next week. Mush came up with bonnet shoddy. I like that one too. What's it? Yeah. So I don't, man. He talking like he trying to hypnotize you. I'm looking up how to hypnotize people. Tony, you listening to this? Tony, we gotta hypnotize people to sign up. That's how you get people signed up. See, look, that's what he was doing.
When many of us hear the word hypnosis,
that's what he
we
was
think
doing.
Someone swinging a clock like a pendulum, saying to us,
"I need one of those. Sign up."
But is this how it really works? Here at Pure Hypnosis, Sean Wheeler practices hypnotherapy and shares with us the science behind how it works.
That's how we're gonna get more people
signed up. It's actually a
signed up.
natural state. It's not something that only hypnotists produce. Where
See,
the
he's
entire
not
world
blinking. Oh, he
outside
blinked.
of
He
what
blinked
you're
one time.
focusing on
He
seems
blinked.
to disappear.
He wasn't
through
blinking
your
earlier, though.
awareness, and you're only giving your attention to
So you got
one
the same
specific
eyes as the
thing.
other guy.
So it's sort of like daydreaming. You're awake, but your mind is wandering.
So you can't
Sean
blink.
says he's helped many people quit smoking.
You know what? You
get
don't
over
blink when you
phobias,
daydream.
and
When you
boost
daydream.
confidence.
Come on, have a seat in the big blue chair.
So what's a session actually like?
Okay, and just close your eyes for a moment, and I talk to them. You've actually been in control since the moment
Sign
you
up.
close your eyes. Okay, what I want you to do is,
$300
so when
a
you talk
month.
to people, when you're hypnotizing them, you're directing their attention. As I want you to begin to lower that arm. Notice the sounds in the room. Focus on the sound of my voice.
Do the
What that
private
essentially
lessons,
does is
too.
it takes them down a rosy path to a place where they feel very relaxed and peaceful. And it might be a time when you felt super relaxed on a
That's
fun
the front
vacation.
desk. The front desk
And
got
once
us.
they're in that state of mind, the things that you say to them, they actually receive and listen to in a better way than they would.
That's why your coaches be telling you to relax, close your eyes,
pretty good, huh?
listen to the voice.
So there's no watch or a teacup?
The TV and the movies and Get Out, and the teacup, all these things. Like
All right,
the,
now
the
buy our
therapist has spent
bonnets.
the past 16
Buy
years
our
having to,
bonnets.
answer questions about these.
Put your
myths.
bonnet on.
The reality of hypnosis is that you can't get anybody to do anything.
I
they
got
don't
one
wanna
somewhere.
do.
Although scientists
I do
believe
have a
you can be
bonus.
in a
I'll
state
find
of
it. I'll put it on
hypnosis,
next time.
They're not sure what effects it has on the brain. So whether or not
Next thing you know, you woke up in the Baja bus.
Suggest you do is up in the air.
Sleep.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you, bro. Sarah, watch out. I feel like Sarah be falling for that. Sarah, why you be falling for that? She bought all the apparel. She got the Alec News t-shirt with the bonnet on and the Baja bus. Sarah, no, Sarah. Sarah got kidnapped, everybody. I'm ready to get out of here. Let me bad news. You know, we do like wrestling over here, but it says I'm just gonna say Iranian regime executes
this March at Renewal by Anderson.
Iranian regime executes champion wrestler as Iran intensifies brutal crackdown during war. So that's pretty sad. It says the Islamic Republic of Iran's judiciary on Thursday ignored a U.S. State Department warning, along with pleas from elite Iranian American wrestlers to not execute 19-year-old champion wrestler Saleh Mohammadi for protesting against the Khamenei regime. I can't say. I can't say nothing words. Can't say none of these words. It's too tough. Too hard for me to say. Reports say Mohammadi was killed in a public hanging seen as a barbaric move by the Iranian regime to snuff out the ongoing movement seeking to topple it, according to Iranian American human rights activists and dissidents. So it's pretty sad. We're watching, American wrestling and, the NCAAs, and one of the biggest rivalries was, you guys know David Taylor. He used to fight this guy Hassan Yazdani from Iran, and the whole point of wrestling and the Olympics is to bring countries together without having to fight battles. It says a human rights activist and Iranian combat athlete who is an expert on elite Iranian wrestling told Fox News his execution was a blatant political murder, part of the Islamic Republic's pattern of targeting athletes to crush dissent and terrorize society. As seen with, I guess they executed some other wrestlers too, despite public outcry. He said the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, and the UWW, United World Wrestling, should have intervened forcefully with public ultimatums threatening immediate suspension of Iran's. There's an ant or something crawling near me. Get away from me, ant. Calling for suspension of Iran's. Get away. Iran's. There's an ant crawling up on this thing. Calling for Iran's suspension for killing if the killings proceeded, rather than relying on ineffective quiet diplomacy, given their own commitments to protect athletes from politically motivated harm. Says the activists called on wrestling authorities to take action, stating Iran must be banned from international competition until it halts executions of protesters and athletes. If you guys don't know, wrestling is really popular in Iran. It's hard to, here in America, wrestling is popular in 3 or 4 different states, but I misspelled popularity. But in Iran, it's so popular. Oh, they executed people before. This was 5 years ago.
Iran executed a popular wrestling star today despite an international campaign to save him. That included a plea from President Trump.
I think I remember
27-year-old Naveed Afkari was convicted of murder and the stabbing death of a government worker during a protest in 2018. Iran released a video of his confession, said to be given under torture. Recently, President Trump tweeted Afkari's only crime was, quote, protesting the country's worsening economic situation, adding, I would greatly appreciate if you would spare this young man's life.
I don't want to see the execution. I just want to see if they cover the story. Nobody covered this kid recently. This is the kid that was executed recently.
State Department demands Iran halt execution of 19-year-old wrestling star.
I hate AI videos.
The U.S. State Department is calling on Iran to halt the planned execution of 19-year-old wrestler Salah Mohammadi, saying he was sentenced to death for taking part in peaceful protests earlier this month. In a statement posted Wednesday on its official Farsi-language social media account, the State Department said it is deeply concerned by reports that Mohammadi faces imminent execution. The post accused Iran's leadership of targeting young people and urged authorities to overturn death sentences for individuals punished for exercising basic rights. Wrestling holds a prominent place in Iranian culture, making Mohammadi's case particularly sensitive.
I'm doing it for you guys.
His situation has drawn comparisons to that of Navid Afkari, a former Iranian wrestling champion who was executed in 2020 despite international appeals, including calls from then-President Donald Trump. Iranian-American wrestler and coach Sardar Pashai told Fox News Digital that violence against athletes has escalated sharply in recent weeks. He claimed that more than 30 athletes across Iran were shot and killed in less than 10 days, including teenagers, national champions, coaches, and referees. Pashai said his organization, Hiwa, has verified those cases and believes many more athletes remain missing, imprisoned, or at risk of torture or execution. Pashai praised the State Department for speaking out and said Hiwa is preparing a formal request urging the International Olympic Committee and United World Wrestling to suspend Iran from international competition. He argued that a government accused of imprisoning and killing its own athletes should not be allowed to participate in global sporting events. Concerns have also grown over the treatment of other Iranian wrestlers. Olympic medalist Alireza Nejati was reportedly detained and tortured after posting a brief message on social media earlier this month. The International Olympic Committee acknowledged awareness of the situation involving Iranian athletes but said its ability to directly influence national governments is limited. An IOC spokesperson said the organization remains in contact with Iran's Olympic community and continues to engage through quiet diplomacy.
Alright, so that's sad. There was some other news. We do have to talk about Renzo Gracie. They got on Renzo. They got on that man. And I think that'll be it for me. I don't really want to cover anything else. You still here? Who's still here? Let me make sure the stream is still going. Are you guys still there? Let me see. Okay, I guess we're still here. Oh, I thought I disconnected for a second. Yeah, harassed and cyber stalked in jiu-jitsu. Okay, awesome. So we've seen firsthand what these stalkers are like. They are relentless. These stalkers, Josiah a stalker. Danny Choppa got a stalker. So we see what it's like now from a little bit. We don't even see what it's like to be her. We're seeing like the stalkers from like a different perspective, but not like the stalker really going at you like that. Pause on me. So the big issue was that Renzo Gracie jumped into that. That's the big issue. I mean, the whole issue with the coach is bad too, though. So we'll read a couple comments and see what's going on. It says, somebody said he's been a POS for a very long time. Uh-oh. The Renzo doc from years ago is both really well done and interesting, and also a disturbing glimpse into the Gracie psyche. It is like blah, 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 respect, blah, blah, blah. My brothers and I hid in a tree and jumped down to surprise a man and beat him into a coma. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the Gracies were violent. I bet they had lead paint in their house. We were never charged with a crime because our family was rich. Always my brother Hoist was the smallest and blah, blah, blah. The Gracies, so the reason jiu-jitsu, a lot of the Brazilians moved to America, Renzo and these Gracies moved to America is because they were seen as thugs back in Brazil. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, they were seen as thugs back in Brazil, so they had to get out of Brazil. So that's why all the Brazilians moved over to America. I mean, why else do you think a Brazilian would move to cold places like New York City? Why do you think a Brazilian would move to cold place like New York City and leave the beach of Rio? Someone says, I'm convinced that they suffer from some type of heavy metal poisoning overlaid on top of genetic vulnerabilities and psychopathologies. plus existing in an environment where their behavior was not only condoned, but encouraged for far too long. The Gracie family is a cult. Hey, listen, that's how you make money. I'm all for respect and blah, 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 blah. But listen, that's how you make money. If you have a cult, you're going to make, and you hypnotize people like the Gracie University guy was doing, that's how you make money. You want to, see, Andre messed up. He thought he could negotiate charging people $300. You gotta hypnotize them to pay $300. You gotta hypnotize them to pay that kind of money. $300? You gotta hypnotize them. And bonus points if you get everybody wearing the same t-shirts and same brand. If you got them wearing the uniform, see, if you gotta put people in the cult if you want to make real money. I ain't gonna name no names in some of these teams. We already talked about them, but you gotta put them in the same shirts, same color, everything the same. No facial hair. You can't allow them to grow facial hair. That's too rebellious. No facial hair. What else you gotta do? Some other stuff too. And make sure you got some Kool-Aid or acai, whatever you got. You got to have some type of beverage product, something like that to help influence people. Sarah looked like she drank Kool-Aid. Here, Sarah, drink this Kool-Aid. Here you go, Sarah. Drink this Kool-Aid. Okay, $300. Tony, where's Tony at? He should hand out some chocolate. Tony, you need to hand out chocolate when people do good. And kind of what's that, positive reinforcement? All right, here you go. Here's some chocolate. Good takedown. I'm thinking of ideas, man. Where was I? Being a black belt doesn't make you a good person. I agree. Or an expert in BJJ. I might have to agree too. The God complex these guys get for being good at rolling around on the mat with other men is hilarious. But don't you know that jiu-jitsu is directly analogous to other facets of life? For them, it probably is. BJJ is their bread and butter. It funds them, raising their family and supporting their entire life. If it wasn't for BJJ, they'd just be an average person. Outside of BJJ, they are still very average people. Being good at BJJ isn't better than being good at any other niche hobby. Definitely one that doesn't really pay money. Most people are good at something, and you only become above average when you're very, very good at it. Even then, outside of the BJJ space, no one is going to care. Especially the Gracies. They literally grew up in a cult where their family was the be-all, end-all, and could do no wrong. And they spread that cult around the world and never changed their stance. That's true. That's true. Someone says, I've seen this change a bit over the years, but it still filters out most people that have ego issues. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Look at Gordon Ryan. Someone says, hot take, but Renzo is an asshole. He reminded everyone that jiu-jitsu comes from Japan. Well, Robert Drysdale said that jiu-jitsu is Brazilian. Somebody said the Gracies created leverage. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm going to do that. Those guys are bad, but buy all my merch. We're going to have bonnets and socks and shoes. Join the cult today. Sarah signed up. Danny Choppa signed up. Who else signed up? Sarah done fell into the cult. Sarah just fell right into it. Renzo is doing a speed run on killing his reputation and legacy. You gotta remember, Renzo also has CTE. I'm not excusing him, but probably not in his right mind. That's like trying to be upset at BJ Penn or some of these guys. These guys messed up. They look okay. You see, externally they look okay, but if you look at their brain, you're gonna look at their brain and be like, oh, that makes all the sense now. Says it is no secret in NYC that Renzo is a POS, but if you pay attention to his online presence, he also is very much a twat out in the open. Homophobic, misogynistic, Bolsonaro, attached lackey. That's a lot of my Brazilian friends, actually. That's all the Brazilians. He was quoting Himmler. Oh damn. Well, we do have Nazis over here in this sport. The Gracies are a Scottish family who moved to Brazil. That's true. That is true. They were a Scottish family. I don't know what the hell they are now. Someone says, I say this as someone who started in a Renzo Gracie gym. He's a POS. He's nice and cool in person, but he's a real character. But his real character came out in 2020. Excuse me. I don't hate Renzo Gracie. He does have some bad takes. I can't defend him, the whole Nazi stuff, and then, calling the girl ugly when she's trying to, share her story. That is pretty bad, Renzo. I don't expect Renzo Gracie to change. He won't. These people are not going to change. Shout out to Sakuraba. Sakuraba, God dang, Sakuraba did. God, Jesus Christ. These people are not going to change. They're not going to change. They've set in their ways. All we can do. I like what Kokorian said. We just got to try to be better ourselves. And says a reminder, Renzo still has the motto of the SS and Heinrich Himmler's name on his Twitter. Oh, he still does? No, he don't. Does he? Let me see. I'm gonna go to his Twitter. Sarah told me to go to his Twitter, but I said I don't want to go. Sarah says, nah, my gym is not a cult. How much you pay over there? $300? You got a uniform over there, Sarah? I don't trust what Sarah's saying. That's what everybody in the cult says. I'm not in the cult. ALJ people say they're not in the cult. Gracie University people say they're not in the cult. Everybody says that. Prove it to me you're not in the cult. Renzo Gracie, I'm about to check out your Twitter. I hope it's not inappropriate over there. I don't be on X like that, man. That it'd be crazy over there. Here, let me switch real fast so you guys can't see my login. Sarah, you're already in the cult. You can only be in one cult at a time, I believe. You're already in our cult. Here we go. Let me go back. I'm going to look at this and that'll be it for me. I got a dip. Renzo Gracie. He don't have I don't see those Nazi stuff over here. Where the Nazi stuff at? I don't see any Nazi stuff. Let me keep scrolling. I might see something. I don't see anything, but it doesn't mean I'm wrong or right or anything. Yeah, I don't see anything. Well, you'd be sharing some stuff. It's a lot of Portuguese stuff. He posts as much as the Thumb does. The Thumb be posting all this kind of content. All right, I don't really see. Maybe I'm in the wrong place though. God damn, Renzo, this is all in 24 hours. Yeah, I'm not taking the time to actually listen to anything. And some of it's in Portuguese. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, no, Renzo, that's not a good take. So let me play the video again on the cyber stalking.
I have a cyber stalker, and it's a...
let me play this again, and then we'll see what Renzo responded with.
Black belt man that I met at my school. I have a cyber stalker, and it's a black belt man that I met at my school. Mind you, I'm a blue belt, so there's a power dynamic imbalance here. And this individual is someone that alleges he fell in love with me from the first time he met me. I'd never even seen the guy. My teammates were telling me about him. I met the guy, and I'm like, I'm good. We're teammates, and that's it. And the guy just wouldn't and won't take no for an answer. And he continued to pursue me and have this crazy obsession with me that he'd share with everybody, including my coaches. And yeah, he just wouldn't leave me alone. And I was as kind as I could be, but we were also on the same competition team. So, and he's a black belt, so there was this like weird dynamic. There were a few occasions where we hung out as a team together, and one time that we walked halfway down the Strand as teammates with our pups in the daylight, and that was it. That was the extent of it. I was a little nervous about coming off as like I'm not listening to my higher ups because of this power dynamic. So I think I was a little nicer than what I needed to be. But again, my coaches were aware, so nobody really like stood up for me to say, hey, this is wrong. Justice told you multiple times, leave her alone. I think the only person that really stood up for me in that sense was his roommate, who was also training at our school, and she knew about the situation and just thought it was really bizarre and weird, and she told him, like, you're making her really uncomfortable. I had to endure pretty much this whole weird situation with this man who then started cyber stalking me, and I knew about it throughout this whole time that he was cyber stalking me, and I was telling my teammates about it, and they just kept saying, like, this is really weird, and I would send them screenshots of him like cyber stalking me through like different accounts, admitting to cyber stalking me through different accounts, and nothing was done. True. Then I brought it up to his sensei, who's like this famous jiu-jitsu guy, and this was like towards the end of everything before I left the competition team because of the harassment.
Coaches shouldn't be messing with students anyway.
I brought it up to his sensei, and I said, hey, this
Coach
is the
shouldn't have been there in the first place.
This is how your black belt is acting, and I just want to give you some feedback so you can address it to him moving forward so he doesn't do this to another girl. And his sensei proceeded to block me on Instagram and then send me a long paragraph through text message.
Black belt coach shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been messing with the blue belt girl. No way.
And had lunch, mind you, with our teammates, that I practically led this man on. But he also knows that I was being nice to the guy, so it was this really weird, confusing, gaslighting message that was sent to me. And he was told by that sensei, so my stalker was told by his sensei, leave her alone, block her, and don't message her, lose her number. Well, as of tonight, this man is still cyber stalking me, and clearly he hasn't gotten the message. He doesn't care. He doesn't believe that there's consequences to his actions. And just so you know, if you decide to participate in this sort of behavior, you will be called out.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been. The black belt shouldn't have been messing with the blue belt girl. No way. What do I always say? Don't mess with the students. That's what I always say. Not the victim blame her. The black belt's in the wrong. Yeah, they should not have been hanging out outside of school. It should have kept everything professional. And I don't support stalking over here. Report that man. Report him. We don't support stalkers over here. So it's a bad situation with Renzo, defending whoever the guy. You probably don't even know who the guy is. Renzo says stop, or he says be honest. Stop the drama. Well, the fact that she had to go on social media means that she probably exhausted all of her outlets. She talked to all the coaches. Didn't call him out, though, says the man's name. Well, I give her credit for that, Some of you guys would get in trouble. You never say nothing. I see most people I'm not going to say have the courage. Most people aren't comfortable putting their business online like that. So the people that know about the situation know the situation. It don't really involve us, really. She's probably already talked to the people in charge at her school. Why does it matter if we know the guy's name? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do. I'm not gonna do anything. You ain't gonna do nothing. Now, some people might try to take some vigilante justice and try to, get back at him. But I think she did the right thing because, you guys know Josiah. Grippo did a post about trying to stop Josiah. I don't know, you guys probably don't see that. Grippo made a post trying to get Josiah to stop cyber stalking him. And all that did was give Josiah more confidence to do it. The stalker got more confident. He got more power. He got more attention. The stalker got off on, pause on him. He got off on people knowing that he was stalking Grippo. She thought she would escalate up the customer service. Yeah, well, we ain't got a customer service in this sport. I'm a paying customer and taking my money elsewhere. Yeah, she should have just left. That's true. It's sad to me that in situations like this, a lot of times the victims are forced out. Yeah, she paying that man for him to stalk her. But you you got to remember, these stalkers they not right in their heads, right? These stalkers, logic don't work with stalkers. Yes, you probably do need to call the police, yeah. But again, that's a messy process, you know. But what if she's got work, or maybe that interferes with her life, or, you know, those dealing with the court can be expensive and time consuming. So ideally, we live in a world where the coaches, you know, don't hit on their students or try to hypnotize them or anything, but that ain't how it goes. Henzo says, be honest. We'll zoom in so you can see what Henzo says. I want you to know that stalkers, they don't follow logic. So you're like, say who the stalker's name is. That don't really help. Josiah, people know who Josiah is. Josiah is still stalking Grippo. That didn't stop his stalker one bit. Even if people know who the stalker is, they don't stop him. These people crazy, bro. They need to be locked up. Put these people in jail. Henzo says, be honest, stop the drama. You are a jiu-jitsu soul, not a weak, whining one. Henzo's knees, too bad to be talking. Why? He's still tough, though. If a man is really bothering you, call me or one of your training partners, and we will put him in his place. Simple as that. Where are you at, Henzo? If any of my female sisters have this kind of problem, just call me or any of our head coaches, and he will get his butt kicked. Now, that's not what Henzo posted originally. Wait a second, Henzo. That's not what Henzo posted originally. You can't fool me. That's not what Henzo posted originally. What did he post? You know I got the clip. I got the clip on everybody, bro. Here's what Henzo posted originally. Buy him a good pair of prescription glasses, for sure he needs it. My understanding of human behavior and English language, that means he's calling her ugly, not worthy of being stalked. So I don't think Henzo in his right mind. So we trying to argue with people not in their right mind. It don't work. I tried it before. I've yelled at people on this live stream. It don't work. So I'm sorry she's got to go through this. And then you can see real time people switching their story up, changing up. It happens too much. How many times do you think I've covered stories like these and nothing changes? So I think I would like more victims. I hate to call them victims. I would like more people like this to come out and speak up. But just remember, there's a large majority of people that are gonna tell them to stop talking about it. Who cares? Show me proof. And people, there is proof, but then the customer service, the leadership be covering it up. Leadership actively covering it up. And regardless of what happens, you guys always believe the Brazilians and the black belts and the world champions. You're going to believe them over anybody else. So I think that's it. I'm done. We should be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I do want to watch NCAAs, but I can't watch it on the live stream. There's no way in heck. Maybe if I get popular and famous one day, I can watch NCAAs over here on my live stream, but I can't. There's still some good people out here. And you know what? If you want to be protected, come join our cult, the Bonnet Cult. We uphold boundaries over here. Now, you got to buy all our merchandise, though. He switched up real yeah, well, we got memories. But again, Sarah, most people don't have no memory. Most people, they too busy. There's wars, there's high prices, inflation. They're not thinking about jiu-jitsu. Battle bonnets for sale. I like that. Ooh, that's a good one. Battle bonnets. I like that one. We got to sponsor homegirl, a kind of savage. She the one that put bonnets on. She put bonnets on in this sport. She put it on. And then Sarah said she'd take 4. Sarah, welcome to the cult. All right, everybody, that's it. We should be back tomorrow. Shout out to all my homies out there wrestling in the NCAAs. Whatever happens, we still love you, man. You still a good wrestler. Sarah's still a white belt. Okay, well, we got to work on that. You got to pay more money. That's how it works at the Gracie University. You got to pay more money, Sarah. Anything else going on? We're still working on what we're working on. And that's it, man. I'm going to get out of here. Trying to motivate her. Okay. Yeah, give her money. That's it. We should be back tomorrow. I'm going to play my theme song, and I'll see you guys later. Stay out of trouble. And join the cult today. Hey, that's how you make money in this sport, with the cult. You hear this, Tony? See you guys.
LOL snap and even CP, uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me, traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this, we might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. 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 What? Live streaming every week, we got Mush, LOL Snap, and even CP, uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me, traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this, we might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. 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 What? Live streaming every week, we got Mush, LOL Snap, and even CP, uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me, traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this, we might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. It's the